Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel. Today we actually have a little bit of a different setup because
Yes,
we're starting new segments.
Yeah,
But
a talking segment, podcast type segment.
It's kind of a podcast. Just we'll see where it leads us.
And as usual, we have our Red Bulls. Today we have Natalia's favorite. Is this your favorite?
No,
or is
my
it like
favorite is a coconut one, but it's one of my favorite ones.
And it's the Peach Edition.
Peaches and sugar free, which was originally the summer edition, but they're bringing it back as a full-time flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But this little podcast thing that we're gonna start, we're gonna name it. Yana, can you give us what is gonna be called? The name.
The name of our podcast is gonna be called Talks Entre Amigas. We chose this name because our podcast is gonna be a Spanglish podcast.
It's Spanglish,
for well, anybody can watch this podcast. Anybody can watch this podcast, but we are Mexican American, first generation.
So we talk a lot of Spanglish.
Yes.
And we thought it'd be cute to say,
Talks
both
entre
English and Spanish. Talks entre amigas.
Yes, guys. So today we decided that we are gonna talk about life as
like an early adult, looking back to our
younger years,
so like from 18, right?
Mm-hmm. 18,
kind of a little
19.
bit of advice, because we always talk about what we were like when we were like 18, 19, 20. And it's just so crazy to think about it because it's such a big change. From 18 to 23, it's a really, really big change. And I think it'll just be super fun to talk about.
Yeah, and give you guys some advice. So we are going to be doing these podcasts weekly. So make sure to stay tuned in any topics you guys would like us to talk about. It could be anything. It could be controversies, conspiracies, new topics, advice on something that you're going through. Drop it down in the comments so we can go ahead and include that in the podcast and give you guys some advice. Don't be shy.
Yeah, so me and Rihanna are 23. I graduated college literally a month ago. And Viviana is starting her journey again in college, which is really exciting. So it kind of gives like a perspective of where we're at in life. Let's start with the first one. What I thought mattered at 18 versus what actually matters now.
Oh, that's a big question.
This is kind of, what I thought mattered. Do you want to go first, Viviana?
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
You thought about it for a little bit.
So one of the biggest things in my life when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
A little bit of 23.
No,
it was before that.
I was 23. I was in a relationship all those years. And when I was 18, 19, 20, I really thought that this relationship was like where I was gonna end off on, right? That's where I thought that I thought I was gonna be with this person forever because I had already spent so much time with him. So
you were like, okay, he's the one. He's the one. He's my future.
He's my future. Yes, I was thinking he was my future. Like, he's my future. This is who, I'm going to have a house with. This is who I'm going to have a family with.
This is who you're going to share a room with and replace
Yes. It was a lot. Not a lot, what the heck. I was with him for a long time, and that's what I thought mattered. A lot of my life was centered on that. But it wasn't until I was around 21, 22 that I was like, I don't know what I want. I was like, I don't know, and I need to put myself first. And that's when I was really thinking, okay, what do I want in my life? That's when I actually started taking college seriously. That's when I was really starting to look into what I wanted my future to look like, what I really wanted my career, what I really wanted. I was trying to not turn a blind eye to all the things I didn't like about that relationship. So anyway, going back to it, I really thought that relationship mattered. And I know that all those 18-year-olds that are in relationships think it really, really matters, but I promise you, put yourself first. Put yourself first, and everything else will align. So then when I started kind of realizing, like, maybe this isn't fulfilling me and this isn't what I want, that's when I started putting effort into myself. And that's when I realized school matters and my own future matters. And what I want to do is what actually matters. So, because we have a whole lifetime. Like 20, like 18, 19, 20. You're barely starting to live your life. You're barely starting to live your life.
Yeah, you're figuring out what you want and you're trying new things, and you can't let a man dictate what those things are going to be or what they're going to look like or if he's going to be in them or he's going to be out of them. Like, it's up to you.
That is what I started to do. I would take him out of the picture and I would think, okay, what do I want? What do I want? Because I would think, I'm not even gonna, when I was younger, when I was like 19, 20, I would think, do I even want to go after my master's? Because I'm just gonna put it out there, he wanted to get married like
after your bachelor's.
After my bachelor's. I'm not getting married at my bachelor's. Like, I'm not gonna get married at 20. Like, I'm not gonna get engaged at 23. I'm not gonna get married at 24. And I would want to get married, if I ever get married, at like 27, 28, 29. That's when I would want that. And he didn't want that. So then I would even think, well, maybe if I just don't go to school and I just become a stay-at-home mom, I guess. But then when I really started putting myself first, I was like, you know what? That's not what I want. I don't want to settle down and be a stay-at-home mom. And I don't want to get married at 24, 25. Like, that's not what I want.
Guys, you guys need to remember,
don't let anyone, like,
even at our age, not when you're 18, you can be 27 watching this. Do not let him, if he's not your husband, do not let him dictate what you want to do, what you're going to do. If you want to go do something and he doesn't want to go do it with you, then you go do it by yourself.
Yes.
You don't need him to come with you. You don't need him to agree with it. He's not your husband. He's just your boyfriend.
He's just, yes, that is one thing that I had to really learn, that he was not my husband. He was my boyfriend. And you know what a relationship is? Is to learn about that person and to see if you actually want to be with them. If you actually see a future with that person. That man is not your husband. You do not have to stay. You do not have to listen to you don't have to listen to him. You don't have to change for him. No. Because he wouldn't even be doing that shit. So, yeah. But yeah, that was kind of my biggest thing, just because I was in that relationship for almost 5 years.
That's a big one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And a big one.
Yeah.
That was a good topic. I really love that question because, sometimes at points in our lives, we can think that this man is like the center of our attention, and he's not. We are. Guys, so always remember that you are the sun. He is not the sun. You are the sun. The world revolves around you. It does not revolve around him.
Yeah, and then I think a lot of girls go through that too, like just being in these super long relationships when you're young, and you know deep down that you're not satisfied with it. And you want to just literally turn a blind eye to everything.
But it's because it's all you've known, so it's like, okay, like, this is how it is. But it's not, guys. There's better out there for you guys.
Also, moving on to the second one, what is the biggest misconception you had about adulthood?
The biggest misconception. I'm not misconceived. Okay. The biggest misconception that I had about adulthood is that I think I think we were talking about this the other day. I thought that once you like became an adult, you were going to lose all your personality. You were going to become like this different person. And that everything was just going to feel so serious, and that you were just gonna lose yourself. I always thought that, like, when I become an adult, I'm not gonna be who I am now. I'm just gonna lose myself. But now that I'm 23, I've grown since I was young, but I still carry like the traits I love about myself, and I've loved then. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Biggest misconception.
Well, going along with what you said, Viviana, that is also one of the things I thought. I thought that life got so serious.
Mm-hmm.
I was so scared to age because I just thought it was gonna get so serious, and I thought that, I don't know, I literally just thought it was gonna get so serious.
Yeah, and
that I was gonna lose my personality, and that you pulled away from friends, because that's what you hear. All you hear is like,
you won't be friends
you don't see your friends. You don't have time to go do things for yourself. You don't have.
These are all choices you guys make, guys. Those were choices they made.
Yeah.
And just,
if there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah, and just know you guys will be okay, because it will feel like you won't be okay, and you just kind of want to like leave and like not do nothing because it's so much pressure. But you will be okay. Everything will work out.
You don't lose your personality. You don't. It's how
if you lose friends,
it's la decisión. It's every day. If you choose to not see your friends, if you choose to not do little things for
not
yourself,
go out or stay home, like, it's up to you. It's not
up to you.
It's not like
because
the whole
hay tiempo.
misconception.
I was someone that was in school full time. I was working practically full time. I was working with Viviana after school. I was doing homework, and I still would make the time to go do the things that I wanted to do, because it's so important. Because I think that's how you lose yourself, when you don't do things that you like, when you don't see the people that make you happy. And yes, I think it's that. Then I think that's what kind of causes you. Because there's been times where me and Rihanna have not hung out for a while, and I can just feel that I'll be so sad.
When?
Wait, backtrack. There's been times where I've been feeling really sad, really like not depressed, but just very sad, like a lot of sadness. And then after, and I don't mean like recently, and I mean like back like a year, 2 years ago, we would go a few.
Oh, when you were like in school and stuff?
Yeah, that I would get really sad because I would just get sad, that's just life. You get really sad. And then I would go see Viviana, and I'd be cracking up. Like, we'd be giggling. And then you leave, you go home, and you're feeling like, wow, okay, like, life ain't that bad.
Yeah, because if you're like, every day's the same, and you're dealing with like stress, and every day's the same, it's okay to go out, have fun with your friend. It's a distraction. It like alleviates you from like the stress you have, even just for a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's really important. It's very important to have people that bring out the best in you and bring out happiness. And sometimes you don't even find that in other people, and you have to do it yourself. Sometimes you just gotta do it yourself, and you gotta just learn what it is that makes you happy and what you like to do, what is a distressor for you. So yeah. And I think that also comes with adulthood, is learning all those things. And learning how to be alone too is important, because I know that Viviana might get busy with school, or I would used to get really busy with school, and you also have to learn kind of how to deal with things on your own, and how to bring yourself happiness. So yeah, I think that one is really important.
I think that's it, guys. But yeah, just know that you guys are not alone. You guys have us here now, and you guys just are not alone.
Yes, comment down anything that you need help with.
Yes, anything.
Okay, moving on to our next little topic that we have, and we thought this was pretty important to talk about also, because this is a big part of what happens after high school. When you're like 18, 19, 20. You start to outgrow friendships, and friend groups break up, and it kind of feels like the end of the world when it's happening, and it feels like a breakup. And then we've also experienced that too. We had a friend group throughout high school that we were all pretty close to, and just life things happen. Like one of our friends moved out of the city we live in, so then we kind of stopped seeing her. We had another friend that got into a relationship, and we kind of stopped seeing her too. Yeah. Then we had another friend that also ended up moving, and then she made her own college friends. That was also something. So it kind of, a lot of little things happen, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of little things happen, and from personal experience, I did feel very upset during that time. I would feel very upset because I feel like I would always be the one to be like, hey, let's hang out, or hey, how are you doing? Hey, I hope you're doing well, or what have you been up to? And now whenever I look back at that time, I used to think, what dang, like, why don't they ever do that first? Why don't they ever text me? Mm-hmm. Why? And then I would start feeling like, why don't they want to hang out, right?
Yeah.
Why don't they want to hang out? Why don't they? And
you start dissecting everything. You're like, are you okay? You try to check up on them. Mm. Or like, have I been a bad friend? You start kind of looking into yourself.
But I think it's important to know that it's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to be sad that that friendship, that friend group is not as close, or sometimes it really just does end.
Yeah, so guys, sometimes you guys outgrow and it ends.
Yes,
but it is
it's okay to outgrow.
It's okay to outgrow, but it's also okay to hold on to your friendships. Friendships are so important, guys. They will help you through so much. You guys just have to find genuine, good friends. Mm-hmm. And they will help you. Like, they will help you. They will stick with you when the boyfriends leave, when everyone leaves, they will stick with you. And something that I really don't believe in, and I think we don't believe in, is low maintenance friends. Like, yeah, sometimes like we can go days without texting. We can go, but I do not believe in low maintenance friends, because I believe that if you have a low maintenance friend, if you want to be a low maintenance friend, that you're gonna get low maintenance behavior back. Like, if you want to distance yourself from someone, then you can't get mad if they distance yourself from you too. If you're giving that, you can't give 10% and expect the other person to give 90% just because you're a low maintenance friend.
Yes, and you know what? That's a really good thing that you brought up, Vienna, because one thing about me, Vienna, we are not low maintenance friends at all. We don't. That's not the type of friendships that we look for. So I think it's important that if you're a person that likes to hang out with your friend, that likes to be texting your friend, if you're a person that is wanting to feel like there is a friendship and feel like that, if you're just someone that likes to be close to your friend and all you have are low maintenance friends, you will never feel like they are your friends. You will not feel like it is a genuine friendship because you're always putting in that 100% and you're receiving 10% from them.
I think it all goes back to like how society is today, that everybody just wants to be distant and be chill and laid back and like, but if you're like that, then you're not gonna build a community. You're not people like you can't expect like don't
let society fool you. If you are a person that is that wants a high maintenance friendship, you can find that. But if you're a person that you want a lot of you're a low maintenance friendship person, that's what you're gonna receive, and you need to be okay with that then, because if you're not giving a lot, then you're not gonna receive. How you were saying, if you're not giving a lot, you're not receiving a lot. And I think it is a big thing with society, like you know, just being to yourself, like low maintenance. Like I don't have to text them all the time. I don't have to check up. Like I can check. Like I would see. Oh, I can check up once every 6 months and know we have a good friendship. But
that depends on like if they want that, then okay.
Okay, but I think it is important to check up on friends, and I think it is important to want to hang out with your friends. I mean, I've never felt like I don't want to hang out with Viviana.
Yeah.
Like I've always felt like, oh, I want to hang out with Viviana. Or if time goes by, oh, like let's plan something cute to do. Let's find something to do. But what we're saying is that you need to find those genuine friendships. And honestly, if you have not,
you know when your legs are crampy.
Yeah, my legs are cramping a little bit. And if you haven't met those genuine friendships, that's okay. Because don't settle for those low maintenance friendships. Kind of sticking with a few of the topics we were, we kind of went over like relationships, friendships. Okay, what are some red flags that you ignored at 18 that you wouldn't ignore now? And it can be with both relationships, romantic relationships.
Let's see, what are red flags from like the younger years?
I won't talk about all of them, but I can talk about some big ones in like romantic relationships. How I mentioned all those little red flags, all those little things that you don't like about that person, they will only get bigger. Throughout your relationship, they will only get bigger. So my ex-boyfriend, one of the things that this is a big one. This is a big one for me. He did not like when I would go out and have a lot of fun. Like whenever I would go out he would be okay with me going on like little trips with my friends. He would be okay with me going to the bar with my friends. He would be okay with me going to the club or going. But when I wanted to tell him about it, he would be like, this would be it. Like, tell me, like, I'd be telling him, and then he'd just be like he did not want to listen to anything. For example, I can talk about when we went to like Vegas. He was like, yeah, go have fun. I came back. I wanted to show him pictures. I wanted to tell him what we did. And he would kind of just get like envidioso. He was kind of like that. Like he didn't like
you having fun without him.
Yes, and also he didn't, because he wouldn't go out and have fun with his friends. So then he would kind of feel like, you're out there having fun and I'm not like having fun. And that was also something that he didn't like. He didn't like that. And I could notice it, and he wouldn't straight up say it, but I could just tell.
Yeah.
Especially when we went to Puerto Rico. He was like, he didn't want to see any and like that trip was so much. He didn't want to see any pictures.
That was so fun.
He didn't want to see any pictures. He didn't want to hear anything that I had to say. And I would tell him, you know, I don't like that I'm trying to tell you something fun, something that, you know, fun that I did. And then he would just like, literally, he would start like singing over me. That is one of the biggest things, is when they're not happy that you did things that made you happy. That is something that I will never, ever like. I will
see as like a little thing. You'll see it as like the red flag it is.
Porque si alguien no está feliz de lo que tú hiciste, the things that make you happy, that you're excited to tell them, oh, like, you know, this was so much fun, and then they're literally like, I don't give a F. I don't care that you did that. I don't, you know, because he would even tell me like, you know, you're always going out with your friends, you're always going on these trips, but that's something that we can't even do. That's what he would tell me.
Yeah.
That's something that we can't even do. And then that would also put in that pressure of like, damn, maybe I have to settle down to make him happy.
Oh.
And I'll never.
See, good thing that you cut that out, because then you would have settled and your life would look different than what you wanted to look like.
And
you wouldn't have to wait for him and not do stuff the way you want to do.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that like not feeling happy, that things like that would make me happy. Like, because it wasn't even just trips; it was other little things that he would like. He just wasn't happy that I would be happy with certain things.
Yeah, it's a major red flag.
That is like one of the that's one of the biggest things I think would bother me. One of the biggest things that he just wouldn't. He just wasn't happy whenever. And sometimes, you know what would be ironic? Sometimes he'd ask me like, "Oh, how was it?" And then I start telling him, and then this would be him. Like, why are you gonna ask?
You got so bored or what?
Yeah, like what? But yeah, that is definitely one of the biggest things. When he wasn't happy when I would go do things that would make me happy that didn't involve him.
Okay, guys, so a red flag that I ignored and I wish I wouldn't have ignored was, so I used to be in a relationship, and before I got with him, I did not want to get with him. And one of the major reasons was, because I didn't want a relationship, but the other major reason was that he smoked. And I did not want to be with a person who smoked. I found it gross. And you can smoke, like, I'm not gonna expose myself, but but I'm not smoking
like a constant smoker.
Like every day, every week, every month. Like, okay, once a year is okay. Once a year, once a month is okay. But I did not want someone who was gonna like be smoking all the time. So, and then I got with this guy, and the red flag that I ignored was that when guys tell you they're gonna stop doing something, see it as a red flag, guys. Do not believe them. Someone is not gonna change something constant for them, for a habit for you. They just not. And when you're young, you believe them. You're hearing words, and you're like, okay, you know what, like. He wouldn't lie to me. Like, this is the truth. And that's a major flag I ignored, because throughout, like, it was a lie. He never stopped smoking. And guys, just remember, if a guy tells you something, that's the red flag. Do not believe what a guy tells you. No, but that's the red flag I ignored. Like, if he was a constant smoker and he just told me, okay, I'm going to stop. Because at that moment I was even like, if you're gonna stop, don't do it for me, do it for yourself. Because if you do it for me, if you say you're doing it for me and then you keep smoking, then I'm gonna see that so disrespectful. Because why are you putting my name in it and saying you're doing it for me and then disappointing it? Say you do it for yourself. Because part of me always knew he wasn't gonna stop, so that's why I would get so upset when he would say he would do it for me. And like,
you'd feel like, well, was I not enough?
Yeah. So I would always hate when he would say that. And part of me always knew he never stopped. Like, I could tell. Just because, like, when I would ask him, like...
He wasn't good at lying?
No, he just wanted to cut, that's it. Like, he wanted to cut the conversation short. But yeah, guys, the red flag is like, don't lower your standards. See, the red flag is that I lowered my standards for him, and
never lower your standards.
Yeah,
and don't ignore those things that you don't like.
Like, don't ignore that. See, it's the same thing that you said. Like, we can't ignore these things that we don't like. Like, these things are not gonna leave these.
That
things,
is so big when you're young and you're in a relationship. You're so fresh into like this new dating thing that like you believe it. You believe it when they say that they're not gonna do that anymore. You believe it when they say that they're gonna change for you. You believe it. Like, you just believe it because you don't even know. Like, you feel like everybody is accepting that in their relationship, and don't accept it, because once you're gonna go, and you might experience it. You might go like 2-3 years.
And you know what I just remembered?
In a relationship that you're just letting these things go. You're just you know, they do it again, they do it again, they do it again, and it's sometimes not even until you leave that you realize this is literally not what I want.
Yeah, and you know what it was? I think I was like 19 at that time.
Mm-hmm. It's because it's that age. It's that age where it's such a, people are barely getting into their first real relationship, and you think that it's normal to just, let go of the things that you don't really like in that person and be like, well, let me put on this like blindfold.
Yeah.
Let me turn a blind eye.
And sometimes you think like, you know what? I'm not perfect either.
Mm-hmm. That's a big thing.
I'm not perfect either.
Yes, that is such a good thing.
Like if he accepts my red flags, then maybe I gotta accept his.
Then I have to accept his, and it doesn't work like that, because it just. No, if you already know those are big things that you can never let go of, you need to walk away.
Walk away, yes.
Because you're just lowering your standards.
And walk away now that you can't. No, you can always walk away, but walk away now. It's easier to walk away now, guys.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to walk away when you're younger, and it's just. All those things that you don't like, I promise you that they will only magnify y se van a hacer mucho más grandes, and siempre vas a estar viendo eso. Siempre vas a notar y te va a desesperar. It's going to irritate you even more. Every single time that they do that, it's going to irritate. Dude, get off. Every single time that you do that, every single time that you let it go, it gives them the green flag of, I can do it again.
Oh yeah, I can do it again. Yeah, it really does.
I can do it again.
Like she forgave me then, she's gonna forgive me again.
And then you do forgive them again, and then you're like, okay,
and
she
again,
2 times,
and
I
again,
can do it 4 more times,
and again, and again, and again, and again, until you realize that you had enough.
Mm-hmm.
And like, honestly, guys, if a guy lies to you, you have to understand, like, that's so disrespectful. He disrespected you. He does not respect you. Yeah, he might love you, but he does not respect you.
When they lie, I think that is so, like...
Yeah.
When they lie to you one time...
Because then you can never, like...
lying.
And then you'll never know, like, the truth. Mm-hmm. In your head, you'll always say, like, was that a lie?
If they lie to you one time, run.
Yeah, that's the major red flag. Run away.
I feel like there's never a reason to lie.
Mm-hmm. Just say the truth. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta literally be like, just tell me the truth. I'm not gonna get mad.
And then they lie, and then it pisses you off.
And then you're like, okay, bye.
And you know what's worse is when you know the truth, and you're waiting for them to tell you the truth, and they lie.
And then when they lie, you know the truth, and then they lie, and then you're like, no, but I saw this, and they're like, okay, fine, I did it, but I only lied to you because I didn't want to disappoint you.
I didn't want to make you mad.
Yeah.
You were gonna get mad.
Like, no, just stop. If you would have told me the truth, then...
No se dejen. Se dejen. You guys, it was kind of a little advice
video, relationships, friendships, red flags, what not to accept. Yeah, guys.
We hope it felt like a girl talk with you.
Mm-hmm.
That it's kind of like a conversation. We didn't want to make it too formal, because then it's not going to feel like a friendship type of conversation.
Yes.
We want to feel like we're on FaceTime. We want you guys to feel like we're on FaceTime with you guys.
Yes, guys, and this is talking from our experience. So if you guys have a different experience, drop it down in the comments. Yeah. We're open to different perspectives. If you don't think how we think, we're not going to bash you. Go ahead and drop it down in the comments, because we want to hear your thoughts and your opinions.
Because, everybody thinks different.
Everyone has a different experience. Yeah.
And we want to know what...
Like, if you're a low maintenance friend and you have your own experience, drop it down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, guys, but thank you so much for watching. Subscribe.
Comment down below.
Give us a like. And we'll see you next week.